This was reported by Nick Hausman that on Sunday, Punk was backstage at Cicero Stadium and was around all of the talent and speaking with them. Also worth noting that PW Insider had reported, and that was Ace Steel working both the pay-per-view and tapings on Sunday in a producer capacity. So this is not the first time Punk has been to an Impact show this year. The last time they were at Cicero Stadium earlier this year, he also attended those tapings as well. And I mean, do you view this as something deeper? Not in the sense that this is, some imminent arrival for Punk, but on the side of Punk, is he just going to check out a wrestling show, or do you see this as more strategic, that here is his name that is out there after it had cooled off the last couple of weeks, and now I guess it's him attached to another wrestling product? Do you see this as, do you look into this deeper than a guy just wanting to go check out this show?
I mean, the fact that, we are talking about a CM Punk headline, the fact that I think there's at least speculation now that he could possibly be going to Impact Wrestling, when for me, at least, the chances of that happening prior to maybe this weekend might have been 0. I would at least upgrade that to like maybe a 10%, at this point. The fact that all these things are happening, I can't tell you his motive. I think he will probably just tell you, like, if asked, that he was there to visit his friend Ace and to maybe, visit some other professional wrestling fans because he happens to be a fan of professional wrestling. But the side benefit of all of this is that it's added speculation about a CM Punk, return to professional wrestling. It's added speculation for Impact Wrestling that they may possibly get, wrestling's hottest free agent. So
what's your thought process if you are Anthem and how you approach a CM Punk? Like what would be your reason not to let's remember, it wasn't that many years ago that they tried to make a big pitch for Chris Jericho, and the fact that, Jericho didn't reveal the number, but he said it was a very, impressive offer that he received. And Anthem this is a company that they have resources where they need them. And if you look at this, like, they are investing a lot, I would surmise, based on these production upgrades. You're doing this rebranding, and it could very well be, listen, if we're going to take our shot to get to another level, what level of investment are we looking in, and what would we be willing to commit to one talent? Who is the talent that can get, again, creating that noise that bring people into a product that we feel is very competitive? It just doesn't have that attention. Who can bring us that attention?
Right. Totally. Like I maybe speculated earlier, I think for sure they will make him an offer. The question is, how big is the offer, and how much are they willing to invest into something like a CM Punk being a part? Because I don't think any questions about, like, locker room morale apply here. Like, yes, CM Punk might be difficult to work with in an AEW or in a WWE, but Impact needs a name like that, and I don't even think he will be that much issue, because they will give him the keys to the kingdom, okay, creatively, in order to get his name attached to their product. So I don't think there's going to be any sort of that friction that you might find. And if you're Anthem, I think the only question is, how much willing are you willing to invest when you might not see that investment back? What are the added benefits of having CM Punk attached to you in terms of promotion, of just the TNA brand? And what's his asking price versus, what you're spending on the entire operation?
Yeah. And it's like, where is he at? Is he comfortable putting wrestling to the side at this moment? And if you're looking at where AEW is a closed door, and WWE, for all we know, could be a closed door as well. Although the way history has dictated that, a no today could very well be a maybe tomorrow, and a let's meet in a month. That's just how these things evolve, based on business, based on changes, based on injuries. He's a card that a major player could utilize. But if you're someone that's looking at, listen, I'm turning 45 next week, and I feel I've got a year or so of matches in me. I don't want to leave off this sour note that was this last year in terms of my reputation, which maybe he cares about, maybe he does not care about. Like, here is a chance for me to come into a company and make a real difference. Is he going to make a real difference in WWE? He's not. He's going to come in, and that represents a great financial opportunity and an ability to still end on a strong note on the biggest platform. But this is about as close to like a DIY project that I could see him attaching himself to, that he could make a meaningful difference to as his at least a
He will make a
stopping him.
meaningful difference to it. Yeah.
I think he would. I think absolutely he would.
What is a meaningful difference when it comes to Impact Wrestling? You know, especially like if they stay on an Access. I mean, maybe he'll sell a few Access subscriptions. Like I think he'll definitely sell pay-per-views. You know, if that's what your measure of, you know, what difference is. But I
like if you want to run bigger venues and like the places they run, I'm not advocating they should be necessarily running bigger ones, but the atmosphere is a killer on a lot of these shows. It was better on Saturday. They had a very healthy crowd. But like this is a guy that could get you to, if you want to run a 5,000 seat building, this is someone that can generate that. I don't know if their current, like they just, I think of what they're drawing now. I think 5,000. That's really ambitious for TNA.
And it's also, you know, having one big name attached to your product is a launching pad for your other talents that are on the show for you to build around. So, I mean, the benefits are very obvious for Anthem and for Impact. Can they give him something that is appealing enough, you know, considering maybe the decrease in platform?
Give him a percentage of Invicta FC.
I wonder if they're going to get creative with something like that.
Listen, they have a lot of combat sports properties at their disposal. Like that you can definitely get very creative. Like from the time this was out there, I never discounted Impact as like this wild, like this left field potential destination, and still I'd categorize it as low, but definitely not something I would shut the door on if I was either side looking at this.